Welcome to What's Now. I'm your host, Christine Napier. Thank you so much for watching today. Fall is quickly coming to a close here in Park City, and it's time to think about changing your fall fitness routine. You also want to consider your dry skin heading into the fall and winter months, and it may be time to find some new recipes that are quick, easy, and in one pot for the fall and winter months. And also, don't forget, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But up first, we are talking to the hotel industry about changes in security in wake of the Me Too movement. Here's more.
Hello, Christine.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. Good to be with you.
Good to have you here. On the second anniversary of the Me Too movement, hotels lead to prevent sexual assault and harassment. In fact, the hotel industry is making significant progress towards the 2020 goal of providing safety devices nationwide. Here to tell us more about that is the American Hotel and Lodging Association President and CEO, Chip Rodgers. Thanks for talking with us here at Park City Television.
Glad to be with you. Thanks for having me.
So tell me what progress is happening with safety and security of hotels.
So we started this a year ago, and when we began, we had 17 brands and companies pledged to be part of what's known as our 5-Star Promise. And that 5-Star Promise includes training, it includes awareness, it also includes deploying safety devices to the employees. And so, again, a year ago we started with 17 companies. 1 year later, we have 56 brands and companies that have signed on to the pledge, and that represents about 20,000 hotels. Which is about 40% of all the hotels across the United States. So after 1 year, we've made a lot of great progress.
Yeah, a lot of impressive progress. How can you find out which hotels are participating in this and support them?
Well, you can certainly go to our website and get information on the entire 5-Star Promise, and then we put on the website which companies have signed up with us. They, of course, have a process by which they roll out the devices and the training and the new policies to all their hotels. So we couldn't tell you on a day-to-day basis which hotels they will be, but you'll see all the major brands there.
You know, I've been focusing a little more on patrons of hotels. Tell me more about employees that are really benefiting from these devices.
Well, really, that's the great news. When you think about our industry, what we want to lead on is to make sure, first and foremost, that anyone who visits a hotel, whether they be a person that is a traveler, a business traveler, somebody on vacation, or the actual employee, that they always feel safe and secure. That's what being part of the hospitality industry is about. So we've focused on human trafficking on one side with our No Room for Trafficking campaign, and then on this side with the 5-Star Promise, we're making sure that all of our employees feel safe in their job and that they don't have to become subject to sexual harassment. So we believe that the training, the awareness, and of course the safety devices will make a big difference, and they've already begun to make a big difference.
You know, you've told me some about these safety devices, but let's dig in a little more. Tell me more specifically about these devices.
So what's interesting is there's no real one exact solution for a given hotel. In fact, we encourage our hotels to determine what's best for them and their employees. So what we did is we went out to all the major providers of safety devices, and we created a buyer's guide, and people can go through us. They'll even receive discounts, but most importantly, they'll be able to determine what technologies are necessary based on their hotel and their employees. For example, if you had a very small hotel, say a beach resort, and only had 10 to 12 rooms, maybe all that's necessary and maybe what works best for your employees is to have an alarm device, something that makes a very loud sound so that anybody in that building can hear it. But if you're at a major resort, you could have employees that are a quarter mile away still in the same resort, and they're probably going to need some sort of GPS tracking device. So really the solution is going to depend on the given hotel and the employees, but we want to make sure there's a solution for everyone.
You know, it's nice that you're not just doing one thing for everyone, that you're really looking at the individual needs and what makes sense for each property.
Yeah, as we kind of began this process, we heard some people say, well, the best thing to do is have that loud alarm type device because then people will hear it and it may scare away somebody. And then someone else said, well, you know, if you have an employee that's working remotely in a far distant part of a large complex, that sound may not make a difference, and maybe the people around there don't even know what that means, so you might need GPS tracking. So we figured, you know, along that spectrum, there's probably a different solution for just about everybody.
Well, this is a fascinating conversation. Where can we get more information, and how can we get involved in this campaign?
Well, go to AHLA.com. That's our website. And anytime you're at a hotel, thank those hotels that are participating and always encourage those who are not to make sure they are participating. But we have this campaign that started a year ago. We've seen great success in the first year, but we're nowhere near the finish line. And that's the good news. We're going to continue to see this success until we get to the point that all hotels are participating.
It's really a great thing that is happening. Very important to keep employees and patrons safe. So thank
Absolutely.
you for talking with us here at Park City Television.
Yeah, thank you.